Valley Club, getting through the Dark Dimension epic style campaigns is one of the major milestones in Marvel Strike Force, with a big juicy mythical character at the end. And in this video, we are giving you your guide to help you get through every single Dark Dimension all the way through the Blue Marvel Trials. And if you're ready for all of it, you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I'm ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having a great day. And if you are trying to get through the Blue Marvel Trial or any of these previous Dark Dimension style events, well, this is your guide. And if you get some value from the video today, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new Marvel Strike Force video goes up. On a normal week, at least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos. Let's jump in the game and talk about all of these epic campaigns: the Dark Dimensions, the Professor X saga, the Apocalypse saga. Most recent is the Blue Marvel, which requires ISO 8 L4, the purple stuff, level 4 and 5 for these characters. Odin also required ISO 8, but the rest of these Dark Dimensions require certain levels of gear. Gear tier 19 for Dark Dimension 7, which rewards Mephisto. Gear tier 18 for Dark Dimension, 6, rewards Super Scroll, and so far back. Now, the Professor X saga, you do need gear tier 20 pieces on all of these characters. So we will give our recommendations for all of these, starting with the Blue Marvel Trial. So as far as this, you need Conqueror characters, and the characters that I brought in are the Fantastic Four MCU, Quasar, and Blastar. So the good characters, the newer characters. And the reason I brought these into this first section, which is the Conqueror requirement, is because we could use that in the very next section, the non-mythic Cosmic. And you do need tier 3 ISO 8 level 5, so geared the purple level 5 on these characters. So we're gonna overlap with both of these. We do have some other characters that we can bring in, but this is who I brought in, the first one, and it looks like it's pretty narrow requirements for the other few nodes. So non-mythic city requires ISO 8 level 5. And the only teams that make sense, I guess there's 2 teams that make sense. It is the newest team, the Insidious 6. We have the full Insidious 6 here, plus Vulture, plus Shocker. You can go with the Vigilantes here, but I think moving forward long term, this Insidious 6 is going to give you the most benefit, especially because some of the nodes have some call outs to the Insidious 6, giving you the benefits there. So this is a team I would recommend. Now, because this is like one of the older Dark Dimensions, if you do want to bring in some of these teams that aren't optimal, like the Vigilantes, you can bring them in. It's going to take a little longer to get through. The Professor X saga, the Odin saga, both of those you did need to 3-star these nodes. With this, the Blue Marvel saga, it goes back to chipping away at this. So you can bring the ideal team like I'm recommending, but if you do want to bring in some other teams that you maybe already have built up, you can bring them in. But as far as the requirements for the purple ISO 8, 4, and 5 on these characters, I think they're so limited that you have to go with the team that they are recommending. And last but not least, we have the Brimstone team. However, Doctor Strange Heartless is a member of that team. He is not a global character, he's a cosmic character. So you can't just bring full Brimstone. You can bring Elsa, bring 4 of the 5 pieces, but I think what I'm gonna try is Sebastian Shaw and Rachel Summers. We have some synergy with the Brimstone characters. We have some synergy with these 2 Hellfire Club members, and they're all Conqueror characters, Conqueror Chapter 2 characters. So they do have a little bit of synergy. This is what I'm going to try. That is my recommendation. However, take that with a grain of salt because I've not finished the Blue Marvel Trials. But let's go back to something that I have finished, and that is the Professor X saga. Looking at the heroic section, and changed up my recommendations for this. Previously, using a combination of the Vigilantes and Night Stalkers was very good. Well, it looks like the Night Stalkers are out, and we have the new immortal weapons in. But for the city section, we're gonna use Hobgoblin, Superior Spider-Man, and Scorpion, the new Insidious 6 characters. Villain Global, looking to do some very similar teams that I did previously, still relying on Omega, Red, Phoenix Force, and then using some of these Undying characters as well. Now, if you have Zombie Kestrel, she will be a great choice. But looking at some of these other characters here, Apocalypse is still a good character, but I think as far as Arena, the best thing about him is his passive, not even his Awakened basic or his empowered basic. You do have some of these newer immortal weapons characters, and if you have them built, they would be a good choice for this section. If you don't have them built, I think you can go back to some of these Hellfire Club members here or some Undying members. Emma Frost is a little expensive as far as gearing her up, but because you're gonna need her in multiple game modes, she has a great passive. I think it is worth building her. We do have a bunch of mutants on this team as well, but I think this is probably the best for villain global, just with the options that we have there. You do have like some legendary characters like Thunderstrike. If you're able to unlock him before that, that would be a good option as well. Same thing with Century. If you're watching this in future and you have him unlocked and want to bring him to the previous Dark Dimension, you can. I don't think it's worth going back and building like a Songbird and Victoria hand. They are required in the raids, but as far as outside the raids, I guess Songbird does have some value because she's pretty fast as a very early AoE. The rest of these, I wouldn't recommend building out the full team. The Uncanny Avengers, you still need them for the raids. They still give you some value in Crucible and War. But I think what I would recommend is very similar characters here. I don't think it's worth the extra value that you would get from the Thunderbolts. However, if you're using them a little more, you can bring them here. The villain Cosmic, we got some good choices now. I think the Null and Gore combo is great. If you don't have Null unlocked, you can go with Gladiator here, bro, the 3 Annihilators. We have some value from Azazel going back to that Hellfire Club team. He also has some value in a Cursed. And we have Blastar, the next legendary or the most recent legendary character. I guess some people have Thunderstrike unlocked at this point, but Blastar there as well. And as far as other choices for Cosmic, yeah, Kang was there previously. I don't think he has a lot of value. Shadow King is another great option as well. Although Astral's kind of falling out of the Battle World meta, out of the War meta, and Brimstone's kind of replacing them. So if you want to go with a character that you already might have built up, Shadow King would be good there. Mephisto is pretty expensive. If you want to bring him, that is an option as well. I think it is worth building him up, but if you just want to get in quick, I think this is the team that I would recommend. Now, Hero Global is a little odd. You don't have full teams here. You have 3 of the Brimstone, the 3 new Brimstone members. You have Rachel Summers, who I like as a pair with Sebastian Shaw for later epic sagas. And then we have Emma Frost from the X-Men. I think she's a great hero character, has a lot of value in multiple game modes. Other options in Hero Global, let's take a quick look. We do have some outdated Illuminati characters. We have some immortal weapons here in World War II, Iron Fist, a few other characters. We have some of the legendary Century. We have Thunderstrike and Swordsmaster. So if you have them built, they are options for you as well. These are my top picks, giving you some value in Dark Dimension and some future value as well. Hero Cosmic, I think these are great characters. Both of these fantastic for MCU. Odin, if you have him unlocked, you definitely want to bring him up as big as possible. Quasar is a great character, multiple game modes, really, really good in War. And Lilandra, well, it is not an option. You have to build up Lilandra for the Professor X saga. So other options in Hero Cosmic, let me just take a quick scan here. We do have Mr. Fantastic. We do have Blue Marvel. If you have them unlocked, they're great options as well. Havoc has some great value in multiple game modes. And if you're going in the future, we do know that the Eternals are getting a rework sometime in 2026. If you're watching this in the future, these characters may be the ones to build, but before the rework, I would hold off on building either of these characters. All right, that is for the Professor X saga. Let's move further back in time to Dark Dimension 8. This is what unlocks Odin, and this is based on your ISO 8. So this is not necessarily based on your gear. It's an ISO 8, so non-legendary city hero. Well, the most recent city team is the Insidious 6, but the most recent city hero team is the Vigilantes. But we can't do a full Vigilante because Elektra is on the villain section. So you can do Hitmonkey, but I do like the Blade Oath combo. You can use Hitmonkey instead of Punisher as well, but Punisher is very, very cheap as far as his gear. As far as the ISO 8s, they're all gonna be the same, but if you're looking to build a Punisher for later, very, very cheap. We're gonna go with the exact same Insidious 6 Vulture Shocker team for non-legendary city villains for Dark Dimension Dimension 8. They are a raid team. They have value outside the raids as well. A lot of extra value with these characters. Non-legendary global heroes. We're gonna go back into the Brimstone team. Rachel Summers, Emma Frost, very similar team, so you don't have to build up a lot of characters. You're building a lot of characters, a lot of the similar characters for multiple uses in the raids and for your epic missions. We're gonna go back to some other characters that we built for Dark Dimensions in the future. Dark Dimension 8, we are gonna go with Sebastian Shaw, Emma Frost. We have the Rachel Summers here for that pairing. We also have Omega Red Phoenix Force. We have Scarlet Witch, and we have Juggernaut. So leaning into that Phoenix Force Undying kind of theme there. And then a legendary or cosmic. Well, Gore is good. Null is good. Endgame Thanos is great as well. Franklin Richards and Invisible Woman MCU, but we have some options there as well. Old Man Logan is still probably one of the best pre-Ares stat characters in the game. We also have some of the characters that I don't have unlocked, but you might have unlocked at the time. Thunderstrike, Blue Marvel. Azazel is an option as well. So is Blastar. So is Mr. Fantastic. You have a lot of good options for the legendary or cosmic. So this is my recommendations for Dark Dimension 8. Moving back further in time to Dark Dimension 7. This is what gets you Mephisto. We have some very similar requirements, but a lot of overlapping requirements as well. Non-legendary and non-mythic city. Well, we have pieces of the Vigilantes. We could do a full Insidious 6, Shocker, Vulture. Really depends what you want to do, what you're planning to do for the future here, but I think this is a good mix of some heroes and villains. Both of these I think we will need for future Dark Dimensions, so this is a good mix of both of these teams. You could go all one or all the other if you want. Non-legendary and non-mythic global characters. So we're gonna go with that Shaw, Emma Frost, Rachel Summers combo. If you want to replace one of these characters, the Zombie Juggernaut or Zombie Scarlet Witch with Azazel, that would be a great option as well, and that'll get you through this section very, very quickly because of the synergy that they have with each other. Non-legendary, non-mythic cosmic. Well, I put Lilandra in here because you're going to need her for Professor X anyway. The 3 Fantastic Four MCU members, and Null is just a great character. So we do have some other options, but this is my top picks for cosmic and legendary. Well, we got a lot of great options here. Shadow King still in the meta. Green Goblin back in the meta because the Insidious 6. Blaster, Quasar are the 2 most recent legendary characters, unless you already have Thunderstrike. You can build them as a pair with Blaster. And Old Man Logan, like I said, he's one of the best, if not the best, pre-Ares stat characters that's still kind of in the meta. And Mythic, this section is kind of painful. The only one that's really in the meta is kind of Super Skrull and the passive for Apocalypse. Ultimus, Kestrel, Dormammu not really used. I guess Dormammu's kind of used because that revive once mechanic, but if you look at the other characters, I'm assuming if you're in Dark Dimension 7, you don't have Mephisto already, you don't have Odin already, you don't have Professor X. These are 3 great characters. And I guess Doom and Ultron are the ones that get to the bench. So that is what we would recommend for Dark Dimension 7. And then the traits get even broader as we go back further in time. So Dark Dimension 6, we got a lot of overlap with these characters as well. But like I said, my recommendation is we go to the furthest one. So at this point, Blue Marvel for your ISO 8 and Professor X for your gear. Plan out what you're going to use for those teams and then go back to previous Dark Dimensions and see how much overlap you could get. That's kind of what I did here, and that's what I would recommend. So if you're watching this in future and some of these characters are not meta anymore, well, go to the most recent Dark Dimensions and pick your characters there and just work back that way. I really like efficiency, and I think this would be the most efficient to give you the minimum amount of characters to get you the most amount of mythical characters. Hopefully you did get some value from this video and helps you organize your thoughts and the characters that you want to bring into these mythical sagas. And if you did get some value, leave the video a like, check out some of the other videos on the channel, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. If you do want to see every character in Marvel Strike Force ranked, the best ones, the worst ones, everyone in between, check out the video up there, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.